The SR Performance double adjustable Panhard bar would be an excellent choice for those S197 owners out there looking to center their rear axle butt on a budget. Now the SR option will offer on-car adjustability, and the spherical ends here will be the best at reducing movement, but will add some noise, vibration, and harshness to your ride. Price point for the very popular option will be right around $100, and the 2-bolt install will get a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter from me, with a little bit more detail to come later in the video. So why do you need an adjustable Panhard bar in the first place? Well, if you've lowered your Mustang an inch or more, then chances are your factory fixed length Panhard bar has pushed or shifted your rear axle a little bit further to the driver's side, which obviously isn't ideal. It can throw your thrust angle out of whack and just generally needs to be addressed. And that's where an adjustable Panhard bar comes into play. By having the ability to essentially shorten the bar itself, you're going to be able to pull that rear axle back underneath the car, get everything centered up, and get everything where it needs to be, and obviously within spec. And that's pretty much going to be the idea with 99% of the adjustable Panhard bars in the category. However, you will find some differences between some of those options, including the SR here, so let's talk about those a little bit more. Now the SR here will be constructed in the USA from durable aircraft grade T6 aluminum. It will be on-car, double adjustable at either end, and it does feature Heim joint ends, which again will have some pros and some cons. The pros, listen guys, it's a very solid mounting point, meaning it's going to eliminate any movement or deflection otherwise caused by a soft rubber factory bushing, or even in some cases, those hydrometer poly bushings. Now the flip side of that argument is the lack of rubber or polyurethane will almost certainly transfer more noise and vibration from the rear end of your Mustang to the chassis. Now that might not matter to some people out there, but if your car is a daily driver and we'd like to keep as much noise down as possible, I would ultimately recommend sticking to one of those polyurethane bushings, or even a combination of the two. Maybe a spherical end on one side, poly bushing on the other. It's really not that uncommon, and a lot of companies in the category do offer something along those lines. But let's get into the install a little bit more, and honestly guys, the physical act of installing a Panhard bar onto your Mustang is actually pretty easy. So 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here, and maybe 30 minutes to an hour of your time, depending on how fast you like to work. Tool-wise, well, pretty basic stuff. Jack and jack stands or a lift to help you get underneath your car, and from there, basically an 18mm socket and wrench to help you remove the factory Panhard bar. Also a 24mm wrench or adjustable will be helpful to help you make some adjustments to the new Panhard bar itself. With the car in the air, go ahead and remove the 2 bolts securing the factory bar. Now before installing the new SR Performance option, adjust it to roughly the same length as your factory option just for now, as you will be making some adjustments later on. Install the SR Performance option and tighten down the 18mm bolts to 129 foot-pounds. At this point, you can either take your car to the alignment shop and have them set it up for you, or what you could do is make what is called a plumb bob setup, which is basically going to be a piece of string or fishing line with a nut or bolt tied to the end. Now, if you're going to do this plumb bob setup at home, tape the string to each rear fender and then measure the distance from the string to the wheel on each side. The goal is here to get that measurement as close to identical on both sides as possible by making some small adjustments to the Panhard bar itself. Once you get those measurements exactly where you want them or identical, go ahead and tighten up the jam nuts on both sides and your installation is complete. Wrapping this one up, if you're looking for one of the most affordable adjustables in the category for your S197, be sure to check out the SR Performance option right here at AmericanMuscle.com.